Alright, so last time we left off with creating the nav bar component. So the the one which you're gonna look at when you're using a desktop or anything about a tablet, I must say, like at this point. So today we'll be creating the mobile menu, which is the hamburger plus the aside. We'll be styling it. We have already made, as you can see, we've already made all of the needed JSX, but we need to style it, and that is gonna be a big pain to create an hamburger from scratch. So let's start by okay. The first and foremost thing which we have to do is create a navbar partial. So what? No, 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 no. Yeah, just create a new. Oh, not yeah. Create a nav menu dot SCSS, and let's import it within the navbar. So we'll be doing this, and we'll just change it to the menu, and I think that should work. Alright, so the first thing which we need to do will be is to make this a block. Uh, yes, we just hide this. So we have to make the nav menu, so dot nav underscore menu to be a display block. And inside of that we have a hamburger. Let's do this. Dot hamburger. Let's just indent it. I'm not really using any kind of BEM for this one, but let's just still stick with this. And also, I think I should just do it menu sidebar, because again I'm importing it separately, so I don't have to worry about them so much. So let's stick with this, and let's start with styling our hamburger. So for the hamburger, it has to be a display flex, and it has to be position relative. The background will be, for now, let's keep the background color to be red, so it's more visible to you guys. So it's still not in place. As you can see, you cannot see it still. But if I do, just a moment. If I just, hmm, yeah, because there is no content inside of it. So if I just say like hello, it should be visible. What? Wait, what? Oh yeah. I have commented it out. That's why it's not visible. I thought. Yeah. Now it's visible. Oh, I forgot about the aside thing, which is already there, so it's not gonna be an empty or anything. For now, let's just hide the aside thing, so you can look at the hello. Yeah, as you can see. With that, we'll just give it a border. Because I like it's gonna be representing a button. Yeah, it's gonna be representing like a button. It's gonna be a hamburger button, so it has to be that. And then also, I have to add a little bit of state management to this too, because you have to know when the button is clicked and when the button is not clicked. So you will be doing that too over here itself. And also, you have to make sure that when the hamburger is open, you won't be able to swipe up or change anything in the body of your page. So this is going to be a fixed thing above, and anything below it you could not control it while just showing a slither of it. So Yeah. So yeah. Now again, I will remove the border. For now, the border will be 0 pixel solid, and it's gonna have a color because the color is not gonna change. Yeah, I'm not gonna be animating the color. So let's just add an accent to it, and it's a display spec, so it's gonna have justify content, center, align item. I should make a mix in for this, but I would rather not do that right now. So on run z index, it's gonna have a z index higher than what we have for the nav. So it's gonna be z index 11, and for this one right now, I don't want to give any outlet. Yeah. So right now it's not gonna have any outlet even when you're selecting it, but when it is in focus, it's gonna have an outlet. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, because right now, if I just remove this and if I come over, where is it? Here, because we're gonna have an on-click function. So if I do like, let's just make a function. So const collect is gonna be an arrow function. Sorry, which is gonna console log. Yeah, which is actually gonna log collect. And if I add like an on click to this, on collect is gonna be collect. If I click it now, well, it's not actually. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. Yeah, might be. But still, I will just keep it. I'll just keep it there just in case. And we're gonna be using that function in the future, so it's not a big deal. Just the naming has to be changed a little bit. That's a little rough naming. So we give a border, sorry, border radius of, you know what? Yeah. Let's create like a global property for border radius because I will be using same thing everywhere. So let's just name it border radius. Border radius is, I think I was using like 9 pixels. Yes. Yeah. I was using 9 pixels, and let's just come over here and change this also. Where is border radius is from the, God, this is not at all in a good manner. So just do one thing. Wait a minute. The This goes up. Yep. The font size also goes up. And yeah, here it's gonna be a var of border radius. Doesn't name it right. Border radius. Alright, yeah. Come back over here. It's gonna have a border radius of var border, sorry, border radius. Yep. So now if I, sorry, now if we refresh this page, it's looking good. It's a nice softy boy. Okay. Apart from that, what do I need to add transition to it? Now this transition for the hamburger will be only for the border because we will be changing only the border, so we'll add it later on. Uh, and now next thing in action is the hambox. So let's go for dot hambox, which will be having a position of relative because we'll be playing with items within it, and it's gonna have a width. Okay, it's gonna have a same height and width. So you know what? Let's just again create custom property for that. Because making a custom property is a lot more better. And also I will copy paste animation which I've already done. I've done off the screen, but it will just save us some time. So I won't tell you what that is. So let me just do this. I've added a transition also, right? So yeah, let me just copy and paste this. And you don't have to worry about what they're actually going to be used for, but there's going to be a width which we are using. There is a before animation, there is an after animation, there is a before and after state, or other animation, and there is a before and after active state. Don't worry about it right now. I will. You will know what it is once we are doing that thing. But I guess with this we have all the needed. All the. I guess there is one more. There should be a shadow which we'll be using some time in the future, but we'll add that when that time comes. I'll add it in between the videos. Alright, so we were doing menu bar. Where's it go? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, now let's add a width of var ham width and then height of. Let me just copy this and paste that. Yeah, height of that. And now for the inner part. Now for the inner, what we have to do is, this is the fun part, because now inside of it we are gonna have three needed bars, the hamburger forming. So for that we'll be giving it a position of absolute, position absolute, uh, top of 50%. And this is also why I made its parent to have a relative width, because now when I do absolute, it's going to be with relation to the hamburger, so with relation to the parent. It's not going to stick to the page. It's going to stick to the. It's going to be 50%. So it's going to be. It's going to be not 50% from here, but it's going to be 50% from here. If that makes any sense. Let me just. Can I make it? Wait a minute. Can I make it a desktop? Yeah. You can see my cursor on there. It's not going to be from the top of the body. It's going to be from the top of this hamburger div or button which we are creating. Okay, so what were we? Yeah, we were having a 50% thingy. We're gonna give it a height of, I don't know, 2 pixels. Yeah, 2 pixels will be enough. It's gonna have a width, however, of ham width. Yeah, it's gonna be 100% width. It's gonna have a background color of accent, background color of var color accent, and a border radius, which you can guess is gonna be var border radius. And it's gonna have a transition thingy, which I've already done all the Bezier curve, so the cubic Beziers. You can again find that within uh, the GitHub thingy, which will be linked in the description. And we're gonna add a transform 0 to it, because actually let's just take this down. Yeah, I forgot to add transform first. As you can guess, we are gonna do custom animations to this. And now comes part for the before and after, which is gonna be an empty. Yeah. So right. So we'll do for the before and for the after. Forgot double colon. It's gonna have a content, empty content. It's gonna have a display of block. Position is gonna be relative. Oh no, position is gonna be absolute again. The height is gonna be the same. and it's also gonna have the same border radius and everything else this time. And yeah, let's see how it looks. Just refresh the page and yeah, let's just remove the hello thing because we don't really need that right now. And also the background is gonna be actually transparent, right? So we'll just make it transparent. Yeah, it's not. It's a lot more visible right now. For now, let me just add a border so it's more visible on the constraints. Okay. Okay. All right. It's gonna have a left of uh, yeah, left auto, right 0. I want it to the right. I don't have to worry about the right positioning of things. Now comes to the individual things. So now the before, I now comes the animation or the transition parts which we were gonna add. So there's gonna be a transition, an animation or transition for at before, which is gonna be top minus 10 pixels, I guess. No, minus 10 pixels because the width is about 20, and it's gonna have a width. Sorry for that. It's gonna have a width of 120% and a transition of var ham before. Now let me just refresh this so you can look at it completely. And for the uh, shit, yeah, for the after is gonna be bottom, and the width is gonna be 80%. So that's how it looks. Isn't it amazing? That's your hamburger, and that's a single that this is how much CSS you need to create just a simple non-functional hamburger, which is just absolutely crazy. We are not done yet though. We have to add the animation thingies right now. So what we need to do is we have to add the active state and yeah. So here we will do one more thing. Actually, wait. We'll add the hover and yeah, we'll add the hover and because I didn't add the transition thingy for this too. Yeah, so we'll be needing a transition. God damn it, I cannot spell. Transition, yeah. Border about like 250 ms and it's gonna be linear. Now border is like an image, so you cannot really apply an animation to it. Even though I'm just putting that over there because I just prefer it. And to remove the border, I have to make it 0 right now. Yep. So let's just add the 0 pixel over there. The border is now gone, and now when I'll be hovering or no, I have to add it to focus. Or when you click on it, it's gonna be an active state. You have to add the classes to it. And how we are gonna add the classes is we're gonna use this function. And how we are going to keep the state of what functions you're going to use is by using, as you can get, if you're familiar with React, you're going to use. I'll just create it. Is toggled because this button is gonna get toggled, and based on what is getting toggled over here, the mm, wait a minute, what? Yeah. Wait a minute. This shouldn't be on this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This should be over here. I did not show you the console, did I? So let me just add it. Just a simple second minute. I hope my console is not visible to you guys. Yeah. So now if I refresh this, did I miss something? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot about it. I'm so sorry. Let me just let me just do that, and if I refresh it now, if I click on this button, it's gonna say collect. That's the on-click function doing this work. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and I'll do set toggle toggle. Okay, and for fuck's sake, is equal to is gonna be a use state, which I'm gonna import, and it's gonna have initial value of false. Now if I refresh this, it should just work fine because I've imported use state. It was just bugging out, and I'm gonna rename this function to, now let me just remove this because it's really gonna break everything. So I'm gonna name it toggle, which is gonna do a bunch of stuff. It's gonna, yeah, okay. So what we are gonna do now, what we'll be doing basically is we'll be using some ternary operators and everything. So let me just have this, and it's gonna be it's gonna first of all set toggle to not is toggle. So it's gonna do the inverted value, and based on that, the value of the hamburger would change. So let's just remove this. Now the styling is gonna get fucked up for a few moments, few more. So I'm so sorry for few moments, but it's gonna be okay. So we are gonna do is toggled. If it's true, then uh give us what? Give us hamburger and active as a class. Else give only hamburger. Uh, yeah. Now if we come back here and if we refresh it, see nothing is gonna happen. But now if I turn this to true, and if we check what the name of this is, it's gonna be hamburger active. It's as simple as that. So if I make this false, it's gonna be just hamburger. Oh, come on. As menu is gonna be just hamburger. Else it would be the whole thing. Now I could be doing the same stuff for loading in the nav bar and the nav menu components, but I don't really mind loading those two together because then I don't have to worry about one more state, and it's just so simple to use a media query. So, yeah, where were we? We have to also change, we have to also use the same thing for the aside. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm just going to bring it over here. And we're going to have a side menu. Oh, okay, I should have kept this as it is. I just paste it over there, and then we just cut this part. It's going to be side menu active or only side menu. Hmm. And yep, okay. And also let's do the function thingy, which is gonna stop. Okay, so we'll just first of all we just add the function to do its own thing. So again we'll do on click is equal to toggle. We're gonna call the toggle function toggle. Alright. Right, please this work. Alright, yeah. Now if you come over here and if we look at this hamburger thing, I'm so sorry. And now if we click it, it's gonna be hamburger active or it's gonna be hamburger. So that's how we are switching between it being active or not being active is through this function, which is changing the state of this component. And also for the also you have to add one more thing, which will be stop scrolling us from the page, but that's not necessary right now. We'll do it once we have everything done for this individual component. Once you have done all the styling for this component. Also, I don't think it's I think it's okay to open a side. It's not gonna hinder us so much. Oh no, it's gonna hinder us. So for now, again, let's just keep it that. Or I could just add an aside thingy and just make it position fixed. Absolute. What I'm speaking. I'm so sorry. All right. Okay. Now what we have to do is where we did have register before and after for the hamburger. Now comes to yeah, the hamburger plus. Or for the active state, we have to do a different kind of styling to everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just call. We're gonna say active, and we're gonna add a background color to it. So as you can see right now, the background color is transparent. We're gonna change it to. We're gonna change this to accent. And do not try animations for that. Oh god. Uh, I do not have an animation for that, so it's gonna be like very instant. And now again, if I come back over here and I just do this, it should have worked. What? Yeah. See, it's working. So let's just close this. I don't want to keep that. Okay, no, actually I need it. I'm just gonna push it down. So yeah, let's be at the bottom. Okay, I'm just gonna dock it upside so it's not taking the space of my Chrome. Yeah, I was thinking about the transition, which I didn't add apparently. So I guess it's okay because there's gonna be some animation which is gonna happen over there. Yeah, and also for hmm, hmm, you have to do one more thing for when it's active, the hambox.inner. Yeah, yeah. Hambox inner will also change its color to different color. Rather, no, it will have a transformation. Yeah, it's gonna have a transformation. When you click it, it's gonna do a transformation, which is gonna do right to go to 0. Did it not add a right? I guess. Yeah, the inner has to have a right of -2 because I just like it being a little off. So look at it, it's a little straight. It's not gonna affect so much, but it looks a little off when it's on 0. So when we do that, it's perfectly aligned over there. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna do right 0. We are gonna also make its background color to change. So background color is gonna be the dark color. So var color, sorry, bg dark, and we're gonna use a transformation. So we're gonna transform it to rotate about 225 degrees. Now if we do this, and if I click on it, it's gonna rotate in such manner. I also should have done its width to be 100%. If you know my before and after, we take care of that. Yeah, I think. Well, the width is wait a minute. The width is already 100%, right? Yeah, width is already 100%. So that's already taken care of. Oh my god. But here comes another thing that is gonna have changes in its before and after. Even its before and after are gonna be. Let me just copy this because it's too much to type before and after. I should really start making mixins more often, but I don't make mixins, which is very stupid of me to say or to do. But that's just how it is. So now if we look at the animation, should have worked, but yeah, it's getting rotated by 250 degrees. The whole thing is getting rotated by 250 degrees, and now we have to change the positioning and everything of it. So now comes to the after part. Now the after part is going to be rotated by minus 90 degree, and it's going to expand. So we are going to add an add after. We are going to make it to transform and rotate minus 90 degree. I'll go to bottom 0 now and have a transition. Let me just copy and paste that. Where is going to be 100%. So if you refresh it, that's the X getting formed over there right now. And as you can expect, all we have to do is to make the before come to its righteous place and just stay over there. So this will add it before. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Uh, the before will get this property. So let me just paste that too. Just typing it is a big hassle on its own. Let's just auto save it so it's gonna style. Critic is gonna take care of all the styling and everything. And I've refreshed this, and that's how our hamburger butter is gonna work. Now comes part of aside. Now let's start with working with aside, and well, aside.active is also the one thing we have to work with. But aside is also a big chunk of things which you have to do with aside in styling aside to be very specific. We have to first start with, let's just go on all the way to the bottom, and we are calling it menu sidebar for some reason. It's just an unnecessary big name, but I like giving class names to all the components which are working, giving a position of fixed. Let's give it a justify content center and align items center, top 0, bottom 0, and even like left right 0, so left 0, right 0, just to make it expand as much as it can. It's all the way in the middle, but now we're going to change the width of it. I guess for the width I will use some kind of CSS function, I want it to be not more than say 30 pixels or 300 pixels. I'm so sorry. So width is gonna be, for now let's just keep it at 300 pixels, and you can change it afterwards. Just min. I don't think min works on. Min has its own function in Sass. It works only for numbers and doesn't work for like different types of numbers. If I'm not wrong, but that's something which I have learned recently. Let's give it a height of 100%, and it needs a background color of BG dark. It's gonna have a Z index of 10, so it's gonna go under the button, but it's gonna stay same with our navigation bar. And we're gonna give it transform. Yeah. Now here's the thing. When it's not active, like I just refresh this, it's taking up the whole screen. But when it's not active, you're gonna give it a transform of translate x of minus 100%. So it's all the way out of the screen. And also, I think we should just give it a max width of 300 pixels and a width of about what 60 put, because I don't want it to have a too much bigger. So for now let's keep this over here. Yeah, as you can see, I don't want it to have a much bigger thingy. I want the right to be 0 first and then left. Oh god, why is it not? Sure, don't wait a minute. I don't actually want the left to be 0. I want it to be stretched and to the right. I don't want it to be the on the left side. Yeah. If that makes any sense to you, congratulations, because I'm sure I'm confusing a lot of people right now. Okay, okay, okay. So, uh, you have to give it a transition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, I'm gonna give it a transition of its own. And now we're gonna just push it. I guess we don't really need it. So we're gonna. Oh no! Wait a minute. I forgot padding. I have to give it padding of. So let's give it a padding of like 15 pixels and 5 pixels. I think that's good. That's good enough padding. Yeah. Or rather, let's give it in percentages because I'm sick and tired of. Oh, yeah, 15 and 5% because it's gonna be having a variable width with respect to the viewport. It's not gonna be more than so sorry for that. It's not gonna be more than 300 pixels, but it's still gonna exist. And I can guess my name is getting cut over there because mm, I'll fix it in sometime in the future. But you can see it's shaking a lot, but it's staying right over there. It's not going to be more than 300 pixels. Even on a tablet screen, it's not more than what you would expect it to be. I think even 500 is good enough, but 300 feels like a good number to me, so I'm going to keep it to 300 for now. And maybe in the future I'll change it to something else. Okay, let's give it a box shadow. Yeah, let's give it a box shadow of nothing right now okay because again it's not going to be on the screen, so it's not going to be on the screen, so its visibility also will be 0. Visibility is also going to be none. Yeah, sorry. Or hidden. Sorry, it should be hidden. Yeah. CSS properties are sometimes difficult to remember. It's okay if you remember stuff all the time. Okay, now for to go to the thingy. the nav element. Let me just open this here. So nav element goes up to style this now for with respect to the side menu. Alright, now we have to work with the navigation over there, which is gonna have a flex direction of column, and uh, yeah, 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 yeah. So this is gonna have a flex direction. Sorry. Uh, so yeah, the nav. Sorry, yeah. So the nav inside of it is gonna have a flex direction of column and position unset, and text align will be center. So now I guess everything will be center aligned. And okay, I forgot that. I forgot. Okay. Also for this, I think I found what is causing the issue. So let's go to the nav bar, and it was the nav over here which didn't have the center line thing. So now it should be fixed. Yep. As you can see now, yeah. Okay, let's just go back. I'm wasting a lot of time. So yeah, let's just bring this back in. I'll just do this. So now everything is centrally aligned. It's looking good. It's looking awesome. Okay, now the UL inside of it, so the unordered list inside the navigation will have no. It's gonna have a width of 100%. So a width of 100%. Don't think it's gonna affect my other. I'm just checking because I don't think it would affect my other nav. By the looks of it, it's not really affecting it. So that's good. But if it starts to affect my other nav, uh, because I think I have classes, it's not gonna affect it so much. But if it starts to affect my nav, then we have a problem we run into, and we have to fix it. But again, this is a nested loop function, and this is not inside of the side menu bar. I think we should be okay. Yeah, I was just I was just being dumb at this point. And also, yeah, the li in for the list elements, it should have a margin bottom of about 10 pixels, so they are not so close to each other. There's a little bit of a distance here. And now they are all gonna be an anchor tag. As you can see, the anchor tags in between inside of them will have a width of 100%, 100%. It will have a padding of, I don't know, 320 pixel and 20 pixel. Let it be this 20 pixel. So just refresh this. Yeah. It's not gonna, it's just not showing any changes to it. I don't know what's the issue. And also, let's just uh, add all this things also to it. I'll just copy and paste that. And also, one more thing which I need to do is when you hover over them, I want them to change color to war color accent. So if I put this now, the padding is increased by a lot. And now if I do this, there are easy call to action buttons which are changing the colors. I don't know why my box. I have to work on this box sizing. I don't know what I messed up. There must be something which I really messed up. I think there should be like minus. or this should be minus. I don't know. This should be over here. Yeah, it should be minus over here. Yeah, I wanted it to have a very subtle lightning effect, and that's what it is. Okay, I guess everything is done. So now let's just okay. Now let's just push this to off the screen, and also make it so when it is active. Oh my God, that's so spreading. So one, yeah, the repeater yellow, yeah, yellow is this one. Okay, yeah. Uh, Now when it is dot active, its visibility will be again back to visible. Visibility is visible. It's gonna transform and translate. Let's make it translate from this x0, and it's gonna have a box shadow of this. I'll paste it over here. Oh yeah, forgot to introduce the word shadow, which is on a no property. So let me just add a word shadow. Oh, sorry, shadow. Oh god. The shadow thingy, which is gonna be this. So if I just open my index of CSS, I've just added for all the transitions and everything. Yep. And I should be looking a bit better. Oh yeah. But there's still one more thing which we have forgot to do, that is the scrolling feature. Now, how do you know is it scrollable or not? Is it a simple thing which I did. Is just I'm gonna repeat this now like 100 times. So now it is easily scrollable. Just make it like 3 times. This is breaking my code. Oh god. My system really had to think about what the hell just happened. The whole server was like, what the hell, man? Oh, I'm so sorry. This is all gonna be overlapping each other. So no, 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 no. Let's just have a big section with yeah, just close it, and with a style of height as 100 viewport height. This is supposed to be a string. Height. Okay, just refresh one more time, and we are gonna have actually just make it. Yeah, and let's add another thing, which will be the background. Okay, just do this. Yeah, back. Okay. Background is gonna be red. Now this is inline styling for JXX. Uh, and we'll just make another one. Oh my god, man. I was clicking the million out by mistake, and now I can see that it has a scroll functionality. Yeah. Now you can see we can scroll, and just for making a difference, we'll make it blue. So yeah, you can see that this is where the scrolling happens. Now when you click on this, you can still scroll. And to change that, what we need to do is, if you do it's one simple thing. It's just one thing we have to do. And this function, uh, what? Why is this not responding? Okay, yeah. We have to do just one simple thing in this particular function. That is, if after we have set toggle, if not is toggle, oh, in this case, yeah, then we have to make document dot body dot style to have an overflow of hidden, um, hidden. Let's just wrap this inside of parentheses and just have this here. Else it will be having an overflow of unset. So now if we refresh this page and we see that we are able to scroll now, we open this and we are not able to scroll anymore. And we close this again and we are able to scroll. I think I screwed up with my sidebar because it's going in complete opposite direction. Yeah, I've put it in minus 100. It should be 100 only. So it's coming from there. Yeah, this is a lot easier. Box shadow is a little crampy, but I don't know what I can do for that. Maybe I will do something in the future for that. Again, if there are any changes, which is apart from this video, there will be in the in the GitHub repo thing. And by the time the video comes out, you will be having everything inside of it. So yeah, this was us making the nav bar, nav menu, or the hamburger menu for mobile. And in next video, we'll be creating the hero section, which is gonna be using pseudo elements too. It's gonna be a simple one. So I guess in the next video, we'll be finishing up one or two components. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see. I will see you guys in the next video.